Last night, you dreamed. Not once, 4, maybe 6 separate times. You lived through entire worlds. You had conversations. You felt fear. You ran. Roughly 2 hours of it. And this morning, almost nothing. Maybe a fragment. Probably not even that. Here's what almost everyone gets wrong. Your brain did not erase those dreams. It never saved them in the first place. And once you understand why, the question you've been asking about your dreams turns out to be the wrong question entirely. Everybody asks what their dreams mean. Almost nobody asks why they're built to disappear. And that second question, the one nobody asks, actually has a verified answer. The first one mostly doesn't. I used to think I just had a bad memory for dreams, that some people were dream people and I wasn't one of them. That isn't it. What happens inside your head during a dream is a very specific chemical state, and it is, almost by design, the worst possible state for forming a memory. So, how much you're actually dreaming, why the memory never forms, what dreams are genuinely for, graded honestly, because the science does not have one clean answer. What they definitely don't mean, whatever the internet sells you, and how to actually catch one if you want to. Start with the scale because it's bigger than people realize. You don't dream once a night. You cycle into REM sleep, the stage where the most vivid dreaming happens, roughly every 90 minutes, 4 to 6 times a night, and those REM periods get longer as the night goes on. The one right before you wake can run half an hour or more, which means the longest, strangest dream of your night is usually the one happening just before your alarm goes off. Add it up, and the average adult spends about 2 hours a night dreaming. 2 hours every single night. Over a lifetime, that's somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 years. 6 years of experience you are fully present for and cannot account for. And here's the part that changes how you think about all of it. In sleep labs, when researchers wake people during REM sleep, those people report a dream 80 to 85% of the time. Wake them from other stages, and it drops below 50. So this is not some people dream and some don't. You dreamed. It happened. The dream was there. What failed was the recall. So why does it fail? Memory doesn't happen automatically. To turn an experience into something you can retrieve later, your brain needs a particular chemical setup, and one of the key ingredients is a neurotransmitter called noradrenaline. You'll also hear it called norepinephrine. It handles attention, learning, and stamping an experience down hard enough that it sticks. Now, during REM sleep, the exact stage where you're doing your most vivid dreaming, noradrenaline drops to essentially 0, not low, effectively off. The chemical your brain uses to write memories is switched off during the precise window the dream is happening in. That is not a glitch, that is the state. Instead, your cortex runs mostly on a different chemical, acetylcholine, which is superb at generating vivid, associative, wildly creative imagery and useless for filing it. And there's more. Brain imaging shows that during REM, your dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, the part that runs logic, self-reflection, and the little voice that says, "Wait, that doesn't make sense," is one of the least active regions in your entire head. It isn't just quiet, it's effectively disconnected from the rest of your cortex, which explains something you've experienced 1,000 times. In the dream, your dead grandmother is driving a bus through your old high school and you're late for an exam you never enrolled in, and not one part of it strikes you as strange. The part of you that would object is not on shift. So put it together, you're generating rich, emotional, deeply bizarre experience, with the memory writer switched off and the critic asleep. The dream is happening. Nothing is recording it, which gives us the reframe, and this is the whole video. Your dreams are not deleted. They were never saved. There is no lost file to recover. The recording head was lifted the entire time. And there's one last detail that I think is the most elegant part of this. Noradrenaline, the memory chemical, comes rushing back in the few seconds right before you wake, which is exactly why a dream feels like it's evaporating in your hands as you surface. You're not fumbling it, you're crossing into the chemistry of being awake, and the dream has nowhere to live on this side. That falling away feeling isn't failure, that's the border. And the clock is brutal. Roughly half of a dream's content is gone within 5 minutes of it ending, 90% within 10. Whatever you keep almost immediately, or not at all. So if dreaming is built to be forgotten, what is it doing up there? Here I have to be honest with you in a way most of the internet won't be. We do not have one clean answer. We have several theories with different amounts of evidence behind them, and the honest move is to grade them rather than pick the tidiest. The strongest is memory consolidation. During sleep, your brain reorganizes and integrates what you took in, connecting new information to what you already know. Dreaming appears to be part of that. This one has the most support. Close behind is emotional regulation, sometimes called overnight therapy. The idea is that dreaming lets you reprocess emotional experiences and strip some of the sting off them. And there's real evidence. People who reported dreaming showed the expected drop in emotional reactivity the next day. People who didn't recall dreaming didn't show it. That's a meaningful signal. Then there's threat simulation, dreams as a safe rehearsal space for danger. An evolutionary flight simulator. It's suggestive. People who've been through trauma do dream about threats more often. But the evolutionary claim is very hard to test directly. So I'd call it plausible, not proven. And the oldest, activation synthesis, the idea that dreams are just your cortex spinning a story out of random brainstem signals, foundational and now generally considered incomplete. What surprised me was that the field hasn't collapsed onto a single answer, and that the researchers themselves are comfortable with that. Dreaming probably isn't doing one job, it's doing several at once, so if someone tells you they know exactly what dreams are for, they're not ahead of the science, they're just not reading it. Which brings us to the part you've been waiting for. What does it mean? Dream dictionaries. Teeth falling out means anxiety. Water means emotion. Falling means loss of control. Here's the honest answer. Dream dictionaries are not based on research. There is no scientific consensus that dream symbols carry fixed universal meanings, and that isn't a gap in the evidence. The evidence points the other way. The reason they fail is specific. A dream dictionary cannot know what a dog means to you. If you grew up with a dog you adored, a dog in your dream carries nothing like the weight it carries for someone who was bitten as a child. The symbol isn't universal. The symbol is yours. What the research actually supports is the continuity hypothesis, far less mystical, far more useful. Your dreams are largely continuous with your waking life. They're built out of your current concerns, your relationships, your work, the thing you can't stop turning over. Dreams are not a coded message about your life. They are made out of your life. One honest caveat, because I don't want to overcorrect. Certain themes really do recur across cultures. Falling, being chased, teeth, water, nakedness, a dead loved one. That's real, but that's shared human wiring and shared human experience. A species with the same fears and the same bodies. It is not a universal code book with fixed definitions. Those are two very different claims, and the dream interpretation industry depends on you not noticing the difference. The mistake I see people make is treating a dream like a message that was sent to them. It wasn't sent. It was made by you, out of you. So the useful question was never, what does this symbol mean? It's, what have I been carrying this week? If a dream keeps coming back, that's worth listening to. Just don't outsource the meaning to a website. So say you want them anyway. You want to catch one. Here's what actually works. First, target the right window. Recall from REM runs 80 to 90%, from other stages under 50, and REM periods are longest at the end of the night. So the dream you have the best shot at is the one right before you naturally wake. Second, and this is the one people get wrong, don't move. When you wake, stay completely still. Eyes closed. Don't roll over, don't reach for your phone. Movement and input flood the system and shove the fragment straight out. Lie there and hold it. Third, write it down immediately, not after coffee, immediately. Remember the clock. Half of it is gone in 5 minutes. Keep an actual notebook within arm's reach. Fourth, set the intention before you fall asleep. Tell yourself deliberately that you're going to remember your dream. It sounds like nothing. It's a well-studied memory mechanism, perspective memory, remembering to do something in the future, and it measurably improves recall. And fifth, the boring one that beats all the others: get enough sleep. REM is loaded into the back half of the night, so when you cut your sleep short, REM is precisely what you cut. Sleep 6 hours instead of 8, and you don't lose a quarter of your dreaming. You lose far more than that. So here's where I've landed. We spend our lives asking what our dreams mean, and the more interesting question was hiding right behind it. Why is the most vivid experience your mind produces designed to be thrown away? The answer isn't that it's worthless. It's that the state which makes dreaming possible, a brain running wild, the critic offline, the memory writer switched off, is the very same state that makes remembering it impossible. You cannot have one without the other. The forgetting isn't a flaw in the system, it's the receipt. So the next time you wake with a dream dissolving in your hands, you don't have to grab at it. Something useful already happened up there. You just don't get to keep the footage. If you want the full toolkit for deeper, steadier sleep, the kind that protects all the REM you're doing this work in, the free Deep Sleep Protocol lays it out. No pills, no gadgets. Download it at sleepmetricscience.com. And if you want to know what happens when the wall between dreaming and waking breaks down completely, when your mind wakes up but your body doesn't, watch the sleep paralysis video next. It's the other side of this exact border. Subscribe and sleep well.